Like, for example, if someone is like, oh, we need to go here, and I'll be like, oh, are you paying? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Keia, and on my channel we talk about enjoying nice things without finding our identity in them. So in today's video, I am going to be talking about how to overcome financial peer pressure from others and honestly from ourselves as well. Because why I say ourselves is because a lot of the times we can put the pressure on ourselves and convince ourselves that we need something that we actually don't need, not necessarily our friend group. And even when I say financial peer pressure from like others, that doesn't necessarily mean like the person is like, or your friend group or the people around you are malicious or selfish or anything like that. It just simply means that we all have different goals. We all have different ways of looking at money. We all have different goals, and yeah. So it's just making sure that we ground ourselves in what we are trying to do in our lives, and not to avoid succumbing to doing what other people are doing in theirs, because we think we need to do that too. So I'm gonna get right into it. Actually, before I get right into it, I always forget because it's been a while. If you like my channel, if you've watched my videos before and enjoyed them, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed, liked my videos, commented. It really helps me out. So thank you in advance. And yeah, I'll get right into it. So the first way to overcome financial peer pressure from others and ourselves is to constantly remind ourselves of our goals. So I'm realizing it's so necessary because it's actually so easy to get off track. It's so necessary to actually keep in the forefront, at least for a spender like me, someone who likes to spend money. It's so necessary to keep in the forefront of my mind my goals. Okay, what goal am I trying to reach in the next month, in the next few months, in the next few years? What am I trying to do, and how can I get there? So when I do that, it helps me to stop thinking of the here and now, the right now, the impulsive, and delay my gratification and spend with the future in mind and not the present. And with that being said, of course, we're gonna enjoy the present, but we should like budget and plan for that as well at the same time, and not overdo it to the point where we're taking away from our future. So that's the first one, just reminding ourselves of our goals. The second way to overcome financial peer pressure is just honestly being transparent about your budget with your peers. And that doesn't mean because honestly, I personally don't agree with sharing like your income with your friends. I don't know, I personally don't agree with that. People might disagree with that, but for me, I don't agree with that. So this doesn't mean sharing every last budget item with your friends, but it means that if you notice, like for example, me and my friends like to go out and eat. I love a good restaurant. I love food, okay? But then it also comes a time where it's just like, you know what? Maybe right now it's not the best idea to go out twice a month. maybe we should actually go out once a month, maybe every couple of months, because it's just not necessary. Maybe we can meet up inside and cook a meal together and just enjoy each other's time, enjoy time with our friends inside the home. Cheaper alternatives, but just like being transparent about your budget with your friends, like to an extent, and where you're at, and just being honest and just saying, hey, this is not the month. I mean, I don't got it this month. Like I don't have it like that this month. Just being honest with your friends. Then I think even that transparency can help avoid any misunderstandings of, oh, this person doesn't want to participate or doesn't want to hang out with me. I think it's open communication, and that transparency really helps. Then alternatives are an option because you've been transparent about where you stand. The third way to avoid financial peer pressure is to just set your boundaries. So I'm privileged to not have friends that are gonna try and actually pressure me to do things that I don't wanna do. And I think I'm that friend as well. But if you do have friends that try to, I don't know, maybe enforce their spending habits on you, then you just need to be honest and set boundaries with them and say, hey, it's not happening. Just straight up, it's not happening. So where do we go from here? If so, like, this is, I never mean it, but when someone, like, for example, if someone is like, oh, we need to go here, and I'll be like, oh, are you paying? Like, jokingly, obviously. Yeah, just being honest and setting those strong boundaries and letting people know, hey, this might be good for you right now, but it's not for me right now. So how do we move? Let's come up with a compromise. Let's come up with an alternative. And yeah, just leaving it at that. And if they're your friend, they'll understand. And if not, then maybe you reevaluate. But yeah, that is the third way. The fourth way, which I think is very important and it like calls for some introspection, is to address, acknowledge, and move past your FOMO. So sometimes like you might feel pressured into doing something. And like I said, it might not necessarily be from your peers, it might not even be from yourself, but you might feel a pressure to do something because you have a fear of missing out. And you're just like, I don't want to miss out on that. I don't want to miss out on that experience. I don't want to miss out on that item, that product, whatever it may be. But it's just actually like acknowledging and addressing the FOMO you have. Why don't I want to miss out on this? Do I feel like am I dealing in like scarcity mindset right now? Do I think like another opportunity will never come up like this? Just like really sitting with it, because I found like even sometimes when it comes to making purchases, like aside from like pressure I put on myself, when it comes to making purchases like in haste, I'm like, okay, why do I feel like I need to make this purchase right now? Is it because I feel like it's I'm never gonna get it again, like limited edition syndrome? Like what is making, I have a fear of missing out in the moment, and that's making me make decisions that are gonna affect my future. So I would definitely say addressing, acknowledging, and moving past your FOMO is really, it's just a good thing to do. The fifth way that I've practically used to overcome financial peer pressure as well is, and this is very practical because like I said, I like to shop, is actually shopping alone. Shopping alone, or when it's time to shop, shopping with a purpose. So being an introvert, I actually despise walking through busy malls. Like I cannot stand walking through the busy mall. If I have to go to the mall, like I want to go in the morning early. Same with like grocery stores even. Like I like to go early because I don't like crowds like that. So, and I feel like, I don't know, when I'm in a crowded environment, I even feel rushed or like to be impulsive in that moment. I can't actually take the time to like move slower, to think about something, to come back to something. Like it just feels like very rushed and impulsive. And I find like that combined with like shopping with a friend, it's just impulsive in that moment. So it's just like, I found like when I shop alone, I know I'm going with a purpose and I know exactly what I want in that moment. I'm not swayed by the opinions of and don't get me wrong, it is fun to shop with friends. I enjoy it. Like I definitely do enjoy it, but I feel like there's a time and a place, and it's like I have to be in the mindset of, okay, Kia, you're going and you're window shopping, or you're shopping with your friend, you know what you want, and stay on track with that. Because I feel like sometimes it's like in the moment, like at least for me, it's like you might get swayed by the opinions, and it's not malicious at all, but it's just like, oh girl, that looks so cute on you, get it now. But it's just like, no, I don't actually need this right now. And it's just like, we're just hyping each other up right now because it's fun. But now I'm gonna go home and regret this and I'm gonna return it. So yeah, just like shopping alone to not spend unnecessarily. And also like a huge one is just like, especially if you're shopping with friends and things are on sale, you better make sure that it's not final sale because you want to be able to return it. Like if you do slip and make an impulse buy and then you go home and you have buyer's remorse, you want to make sure that you're able to go back and return that bad boy, because like, why are we filling up our closets with like impulsive things? You know what I mean? Or things we're never gonna wear because it was just like hype. But yeah, those are my 5 tips on how you can avoid financial peer pressure and pressure that you place on yourself as well. Peer pressure you place on yourself. Let me know in the comments if there are any that I missed, or any ways that you have been financially peer pressured, or you have financially peer pressured others. Let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want to keep up with me in my day-to-day, please follow me on Instagram at KeiaJohn, and I will see you in my next upload. Bye.